Honorable Minister Sri T.H. Biswajit, Honorable Minister Sri L. Jayanta Kumar, Honorable Minister Sri Karam Shyam, Honorable Minister Sri Letpao Hawkip, Honorable Minister Sri M. Kashi, Honorable Minister Srimati Nemcha Kipgate, Honorable Minister Sri T.H. Radheshyam,
Good morning to all of you. Chairman, Manipur Tourism Development Corporation, Honorable MLAs, members from the organized services who have assembled here. We are all here to bring and discuss how to improve the governance. How to improve the governance. All the thoughts of the Honorable Chief Minister and the Cabinet, all the thoughts of the new government has to flow to the people in such a way that the people develop confidence and also people develop trust in the government. And towards that, it is the bureaucracy which plays a major role. Today, we have called the IAS, IPS, and also IFS, and also the MCS, MPS, MFS, and many other organized services, all of us are here. See, we should see what we are doing. See, there are a few things which I like to flag in my welcome address. That is basically the accountability part of the government. Somewhere I personally feel, having seen 32 years of service in Manipur, I feel there is somewhere lack of accountability among us. There is a feel of lay down. There is a feel of, lack of commitment somewhere. Most of us are doing well, but at the delivery point, at the cutting edge, when we go and deliver things to the people, are we really doing it? Are we really ensuring that the things go down to the people? Are we doing only on paper? It's time to think, because you see, we sitting at the secretariat, bureaucracy, the secretaries, the head of the departments, have to get in touch what is happening in the field. For example, you see, we have just completed the financial year. Almost 15% of the budget of the state government has been spent in the last 1 month of the financial year, in March. Now, as I already told in the secretaries meeting, the focus is to see that the fund that has been gone out of the budget in the last 1 month, to ensure that it is spent properly. Our focus should not divert just to 18-19 budget. Our focus should be on 17-18 budget, what has been spent in the last month of March. Is it been properly implemented? Has it been delivered properly? The beneficiary-oriented scheme that we are doing, are they really being given to the beneficiaries? Today there is need to focus in the coming year how to take up these beneficiary-oriented programs. The beneficiary-oriented programs, I think we need to restructure it into a family-oriented program. Our aim is that every family in the state should benefit out of this government policy. It is not that only few families get benefited. What we have been seeing that there is no synchronization between among the departments. There are many departments who implement the beneficiary-oriented schemes, and same things are repeated in many departments. I think toward this, Honorable Chief Minister would like to have a beneficiary database, the family database of the state, and the selection of the beneficiary has to flow through this. Then only we will ensure that every family has got some benefit or other. Not that it goes to same family repeatedly, not to the same beneficiary repeatedly. And also we have to ensure that how many post beneficiaries are there. Time to think. that how many beneficiaries are really existing. We need to have a proper cross-checking mechanism. And at the same time, what we are doing in government, the connect between the user department and the department which is executing the projects is not existing. For example, I am constructing a PSC building. We have deposited money with some organization. The PSC people never bother to check whether the building is constructed as per the requirement. The user, the owner of the building, is not getting involved. It's not the fault of the implementing agency. It is the fault of the user agency also. We are only just taking over at the end of completion. We do not know whether it has been done as per our requirement or not. Similarly, many projects where we are doing in the ground, I think we need to focus on the people's estimate than the departmental estimates. Whatever estimates we are making in the government, engineering departments, I don't think even the engineers, apart from them, none of the secretaries understand the dynamics of that XYZ cubic meters. People who are in the villages, who are really the beneficiaries of these projects need to understand. People estimate means we should be able to display, okay, I am making this building requires 100 truckloads of sand, 50 truckloads or 100 bags of cement. This should be displayed so that people know that this much of material has really come to their village. People should be able to understand, yes, something is happening in their village in real sense. Because somewhere we lost track of the quality. Quality is very important. Durability is very important. Any asset that is created needs to be made sustainable. You see, in our government, apart from the public-oriented things, even in the government servants, what we are doing, see, today we do not have a proper system of retirement orders. People are not even issued retirement orders after retirement. We keep getting proposals after 2 months, 3 months, 6 months to retire. And there are instances of cases where people have gone to the courts demanding payment of salary after retirement because he worked. I think every department should come out with the list of the people who are retiring at the beginning of the financial year or at the beginning of the academic year, calendar year. So at least you should know who are all the people retiring, issue the retirement orders in advance. Sir, please come. Benefits, doesn't get pension papers. Why can't we do a system where pension is ready by the time he retires? Before he retires, his pension papers should be ready. Why should he run around the pillar and post to go get the benefits of the pension? And the other major area of concern for me is the departmental inquiries. Except suspension, further follow-up is not done in government. Hundreds and hundreds of departmental inquiries are pending without head and tail. Nobody knows what is happening. I think the head of the department should ensure that the departmental inquiries completes in 2 months' time. Then only it has a meaning. See, one of the reasons for failure is that we don't have a system of rewarding the good people and punishing the bad people. At the end of the day, both are treated equally. It's time that we should focus on these areas of reform within the system. Today, attendance in office is very poor. I see secretariat, we got about 950 people. I found hardly, at the peak of the midday at 1 o'clock, you find hardly 500 people attending the office. I think we should go for biometric attendance in all the offices and link the pay bills with attendance, biometric attendance. Then only we will be able to ensure that the people attend the offices. Ladies and gentlemen, you see there are many areas of concern. For us, today, Honorable Chief Minister has called this meeting to get a commitment from the bureaucracy, commitment from all sectors of the officials, so that the thoughts of the Chief Minister and the government flow to the people properly. Honorable Chief Minister is planning for a new program, Go to Villages. Go to Villages. This is a biggest program which we are going to launch very soon, next month. For that, we have already instructed all the deputy commissioners and the head of the departments and administrative secretaries to do the gap analysis in each village. In each village, what is the shortage of infrastructure? How far we can focus and address these infrastructure gaps, like road, water supply, community halls, whatever it may be, libraries. So we need to analyze this and be ready by 25th of this month. The planning department will be coordinating this. And I do hope that we'll be able to come with a concrete action plan for taking it forward. And all the beneficiary-oriented schemes are the village-level schemes, whatever we are giving. These should be launched at the time when we go into the village. So a master approach plan is need to be put in place. Ladies and gentlemen, you see, we are all here. I've been telling last time also that the state government budget is about 12,000 crores. Each person is getting about 40,000 rupees. A family of 5 members is getting 2 lakh rupees. Kindly understand, out of these 2 lakh rupees, 70% of the money is going into salary. That means the 2 lakh rupees which is supposed to go to the family, 1,40,000 rupees is taken by all of us sitting here. All of us sitting here are taking 1,40,000 rupees from each family. If we don't deliver, if we don't commit ourselves, and if we don't think that this money needs to be explained, accounted properly by all of us to the people, I think it is high time that all of us rethink retrospectively ourselves what we are doing is right or wrong. We are all born as human beings. It is time. We hardly have any time. 20 years of your life you have spent in childhood, and another 20 years, 25 years you live in old age. You hardly got about 30 years of life to do good for the people. And 30 years, out of 30 years, you will be sleeping 10 years. And you got hardly 20 years to really, any human being is born has got 20 years of life to deliver a good thing for society. And we need to do, we need to commit, be satisfied with the salaries what we are getting. And it's time that the corruption we put a stop. Corruption has to be put a stop. And for this, every one of us needs to be committed. One of us needs to be committed to the Chief Minister of the government to ensure that the programs and policies which are doing get delivered to the right people, the right perspective. And I'm very happy that this first of its gathering is here. We'd like to listen to Honorable Chief Minister, his thoughts, what his views and what is his approach for the coming years. Thank you, gentlemen, ladies and thank you.
Thank you, sir. May we now request Honorable Chief Minister of Manipur, Sri N. Biren Singh, to kindly present his speech.
I language English should be okay. My dear Lord, should be okay. Sigi, Nasigi, Mifam interaction, as I think it might be the first of its kind in the Manipur political history. Maramdi koi government is koi shida phamiba tarama to trying to ishi khaknate government is mangda lay mayams bureaucrats police of IAS, IPS, MCS, MSSS, Manipur Finance Service lay mayam sigi matena and maduga government the lady ba ekoi minister the lady ba ekoi ga kari mathuk ta bage habidugi interaction understanding joint hand mathuk ta badugi khalakanda mamangi sahi hawalakpada sui koi tawge na khanki bane ga da dubu mamangi sahi hawalakpa han ba sahi do yamna challenging task mo kiba aduga mission oriented government amada tawkhibana challenge no magi manda tar ga leibiduna maram kan ekoi officers mayam ga interaction do we kudong ta du phamki da ba aduna wana nungaina mayam ni matengna ujiki 1 years to complete loikro matungda lakata remaining sahi sidaida kitang gap si lor kanda ekoi punna wa khara tana minaba punna join effort mathau dai mamang na ngam hok josuan tak no ngam na ba hamin na ge na kok jawal thamne misme am cooperation pb ba total 526 officers ekoi IAS, IPS, MCS, MFS, MSS punna Lak people get them play a hand, but the Mayam boy, my key the government is have side to get the guy come about the respect to each other. The Sukumba, Yamaruiba, Pusergi, Amadi Trazenki, Nainagadaba, Chinjaba, some Simba, Sumba programs, the residential by Honorable Minister Singh, Honorable Mr. Shri Bishwajit, Shyam, Puang Kaliant, Radhesam, Dikho, Latpao Hockey, Novidamsa Kipjent, Honorable Mangaling Silva, Honorable Chairman Singh, Honorable MLA Singh, Hilarious Committee Chairman, Pollution Control Board Chairman, the IS officer, press media, Monopang Punama, Aikai Communication. Honorable Minister, Singh serious way to say, Sigi, why we are holding this kind of session, this kind of interaction? Kari hino ikwe na si meeting si kauri se, kari dong na bano, kari kidam tu noise. Honorable Minister Singh, Honorable MLA Singh, Honorable Officer Singh. I'm indeed very happy to see you all here today and be part of this informal interactive session with all the officers of the organized service of the state. And secondly, I would like to congratulate all of you for passing a successful 1-year completion of the new government. It depends on you. It all done through you. District level, the SP Sina, DC Sina, SDOG level, the Labor Sina, or Secretary, the Labor, right from the Chief Secretary to Secretary, even Joint Secretary, Lady Under Secretary, level, the sincere hard work, people oriented to report. I am talk the last 1 year, if I my bag of company. And the Glamba, Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, he was very happy to learn that the state is progressing. He was very happy when he saw the emotional integration and the emotional attachment beginning from the past many years. Hill Plain Division Lerumba Amagi mistrust Mayamama Lerum Double Ubakana, he was very happy. What's politics? Politics is for nothing. Politics is to develop the humans' quality of lives. Party adu otherwise magi famba mama kame to actually Prime Minister Modi ji ki sabke saath sabke vikas mi pung kurimapu. He doesn't have any differences based on the religions. He doesn't have differences based on the caste. Nothing else. Just his approach is purely on human base, human oriented. Last 1 year, Sida Mayam Nashu Bire Koi Karigino, Karida Breakman, what we have done for the society, what we have done for the poorest of the poor, what we have done for the needy peoples. Simply, I am not elected to make myself a CM. Simply, you are not appointed to become a IS or IPS to sit only in the office. Have you contributed? Have you have a single man to uplift? This should be the first question to ask yourself first. I na ngasi IS I na ngasi IPS or I na ngasi MCS or I na ngasi mantri somebody's life that should be the first question. Madhuday the positively answer people yes, I am doing something for peoples. Adugi question duni hangna na bai na si mayam dai na kaujeri I khoi na kari do we cannot live like this. We cannot live with the drug addicts. We cannot live with the flouting of the corruption. We cannot live with the backers. After society ma same matamda lairiba wana needy people should do hana koi uplift tongna bagi tangai fadaba laiwe maduna to dinoi tongning ba tawso nan tai pulaga sakera suit selaga sakera faijom selaga sakera you will never get rest until and unless as a whole change man lapse ba koi rest mamai. You will be very surprised to know, recently we conducted a survey through the education department. There were 40,000 dropout students. I was really shocked, but nobody cared of it. Nobody cared of it and nobody counted it. But when I surveyed through the education minister and through the education department, we found 40,000 children who doesn't have to effort for admission, for purchasing of textbook, for purchasing of any form, then how we can have a peaceful society? How? Automatically chaos has to be there. Aduna niyamsi koina go to village and go raise a yeah, first year ki how give a mission, go to hills. Because of you all, we succeeded. We have regained the emotional attachment between the hill and the plains, between the different communities. We have regained. But now, we should approach through development works with human approach. Huziki quite again a survey I go some lapane. I go some lapane again. Binit Joshi, the principal secretary, I phone to me. Binit drop out charters and Jakamai Bazan Kamaito. Education Minister, Rajam, Honorable Minister, I want. Uncle the new survey of beings. The legal evenings. To 9 on the corp, survey the Hologa Kamakam Torka survey of Uganda, 40,000 from here. Class 1 begina 8 fogi manunga na 25,000 gumba 20,000 gumba aduga class 9 begina 3 house na kano gumba 20 gumba fange total 40,000 ki me karam bana ya ai koina feel da adu gumba angang singuna library tamning batang mangam da angang singuna frustration wena sakha ka da ye maduna pirpa impact society the period of Madugi react, Adugi put to name. Other like Madugi schemes too. As you go to village, they go happy erga. Paisasi Kalino, Paisasi, I know, my am so high. Immediate need the equation center and I with regard to Drugness Hokna level, my am rehabilitation, Yumsan, Nabogana. Shall we wait money from the center? Immediately Madugi, Sinbada. Rehabilitation gi underground sing like actually no I am the rehabilitation we could not provide adequate infrastructure, adequate rehabilitation schemes. As much as the kind of I guess so good affecting persons affecting the immediate we the state of Manipur other day Madu Drakali and immediately I nodal officer, IG, Hatana, policeman. Mass when the campaign to rehabilitation gidu Fazana upon the Tambire. I quite a state government revised policy with Harga central government of a request of machine rehabilitation uses is massive percent of you. Kind enough, was another policy lapre. Now it has been started from the April month. I don't know who's it man the time immediate. Two real thing, shame is a bit of shall we wait fund from the center? Center is a bit of the flat, don't say could be mean Zara could Nifushi than a low Mayaman, the Yumman, don't make a record. No. Priorities. Prioritize should be. That's why I'm inviting you all here today to interact. I want to have opinion from you also. Recently, we have succeeded 2-3 measures, people's oriented human-oriented programs like Chief Minister ki Haksel ki Tengbang. Now it has become a nationwide demand. Akoina handak bangthok kiba Chief Minister ki Haksel ki Tengbang si it benefited, directly benefited to the needy peoples. Adagi disabled singi, soya idaba singi. People are happy now. Needy people singi needy people singi hinjan abagi life. Aduna aduguma schemes. I am of the belief that every officer is important in the development of state. Today, therefore, I urge all of you to think out how to improve implementation of various programs and schemes in the field. It is very important. We have 2 or 3 times meetings for this particular proposed missions. We need coordination. We need cooperation between the officers, between the departments. How to make changes in the existing schemes. Schemes yamri. But now my missions, our government missions, Kungang Chatlo Haibasidaita, a sober impact. It is not political. It is purely human oriented. Yum later yums have yum secret. So I table the Famakanda list to Haning Yum label to happen at the Tolom Sabbath OBC certificate people do not. Let us find out at the grassroots level, at the sport. Tashing the yum later to the yums happy share. Tashing the Tabakang to the Tabaki on Piece. One more point you will surprised to know. Aadhaar card ki counting to kind of students in the primary level that there were 40,000 students in the primary levels before counting through Aadhaar card. But after implementation of Aadhaar card and the counting, then 20% or 50% has been reduced. 40,000 were more than 30,000. Duplication, duplication. I go give a shasha, Ariamba the Saturday, Ariamba. Me couldn't give Fanga the Nifugi Kailer, Nifugi Fanga the Sanipagi as a Samgi Kailer. Proper verification token. Sincerity one of lack of sincerity. I don't know who's it. I go government we need suggestions from you on new schemes, programs. Good governance, good governance, transparency. If transparency is there, that automatically good governance comes. Transparency later they good governance. Claim and the more effective and the transparent monitoring. Last year the monitoring monitoring chip Maduna Maram November the last key November the Nong Hang November Gitai Mari Aduga November, December, January, February, March, Hamari is the Queen. That's why I appreciate you all. Since this Havima market cassette, Loina, which 80-90% we cannot delay. Within this 4 months, short 4 months, progress it, Lambi. Now I get Lambi in a complaint or Mamma, except current complaint. Infal to real, with today, not only Infal, but I am blowing the team of Ubiramani. Tabaxit to win the Kalagadi, what I believe. If there is a will, there is kind of have the way have to. Otherwise, to win the Kalagadi machine of it. Shall I be the Shidiki Minister Fiori? By shall I be to real days? But with the cooperation of the honorable MLAs and ministers and the bureaucrat officers. Paminar Kanda, talk to the other Kamai Toxige. Talk to the other Kamai Toxige, watch it. Madudaki Nasi to Intenaga, Nasigi, Lakadori, Flatchida, Kanda worship, Hanagi, the minor war situation, Septo Ladraina Quina, Kanjaris. Aduna, the government will receive ideas from everyone, each and every officer, and the best ideas in every sector, like education, health, police, administration, traffic, will be given CM's gold medals along with citation. Maramdi competition, mayam na ideas. Mayam tambiru university tambiru diba. Mayam na foreign university tamurga fangai bukana ba. Mayam na session kaya yaurga badugi fanga kana ba. Mayam na direct mayam pa badugi fanga kana ba to should not confined only on your tables. Please do share with the peoples. Please do share with the governments. Aduna koina madugum bagi se koina handak Indian Express ki Manipur ki Chief Minister ki Haksel ki tengba bagi reward pang ina within short 3 months tadi koina best implementation of human health sector da fandu am ten romatan sugumba praja da hakte na kudat kana gada ba kana people ngamba bagi suggestion ideas IPS Maraktagi, IS Maraktagi, MCS Maraktagi, anyone Madubi to be represented citation the Lunana, CMG gold medals, Madu, a great Taurana pay with respect to Buni and Madubi, Tamsaki. Madam, we need your cooperation. You are the person who know. You are the person who learns some things better than the normal peoples. I lady, but I yes, I be officer on IPS officer. I can normal father than them Sule, I do give them the IPS officers. None you know, Magina provide a duty to be Karakak to Ginati. You should contribute outside beyond your duties. Society give them the future generation, give them the present generation, give them the mother society would not begin at all. Aduna na ngasigi interaction si, I take it very important and very serious. Maram de koi tungal lakka da pot puna mukse. Mayam na hai file table lama de table lama da langa. Yes, I koi ngasi si da family never mayam si na koi da. Yes, promise am kalong na lori. Yaga da budo yani ni to kisi yaro da budo yaro ni nasi tak progression si. Yaro ai ki di si style lama chok jere. Ai di yaro da photo amon repeat orano. Hayang Yagam with the Kanasi. Yagada Potodi, Naira Kanade, Shat Yagam. Sigi systems is a Paganda call. I could mean a quid, but now the table, the Toreta, Namatagi, Mayam, the Sumasin Helido. Nansino, Nan is a quick of a sign. Criticism is a quick of a sign. Because we're doing something. I don't know. Ekoi Chorchanpur I kitang nungai kita berjanda kita Honorable Prime Minister lapa kita women's market, Ima market tarit chay kaino to token to Honorable Prime Minister sangka hanjage na adu bangam kita accept Chorchanpur kita natana adai I appreciate Chorchanpur ki DC Chorchanpur ki Honorable Minister MLA Singh Aduga Chorchanpur ki yana initiative lo biro officers ngai madu I appreciate away adu masi koi machi ki award ama koi 21st April civil service day do madai da government da ki Chorchanpur ki DC madi contractor along with the magi teams madu state da award ama pi gani kana kana motion madi adu atai di Ekoi, Huziki, Ekitang, Matikitang in a Sandazar with a Kungang Salo and Ekon to Gudur Pose, Sigi, brief from I nahansu haigre, aniruk sure, koi meeting toba, adu matam, adu the whole of people in Mayam yaw the officers, Mayam Shio, Mayam the Sway Kitan, Tamsage, Kungang Salo in a Dogroshi, Kushi, so many skins are there. State na, Auntoba, Adagi, Central Natoropa schemes, Mayam Malay, high risk schemes in Siapa, I'm the coordinate, Tonga, Unna coordinate or Kanda. Say, was it? I know me the Hoglosi, low womatum. Low womatum, she said, Kungang Salo Dragadi, Kanbanchakani. I don't know, Kungang Secretary Bashigi Committee, question bread. My Magi, which is subcommittee Lani, district wise, block wise, subcommittee Lani, a quay Tarikunmanga, April Tarikunmani Manga, a final decision on it, fund availability. Labukamalade, example of Kunama de Labukamalade. Harva Kunzi, low Siburgan at the Sabbath. Madudai de Gueneto Gulsi, low Husiki Kundu the Salaka, agriculture of Sariawani, horticulture Giyawani, fisheries Giyawani, Loina Yawani, water supply Yawani, or Kundugi Miga, intellectual Matundeda. Immediate Nakwagi, Labuksi, Usiputoka, the Losi, the low the curry program is. Low Buddha Karibumba, Mana, Esaquisi, no head are wishing less of Salaga. She is in a Punana, wishing at themselves in Lokte or Loi. So many things, Mogi, sport to Mogi, grievances, my Amamalay. Madugi Poto. Oh, she get transit and Toga the Abra Harrigan, machinery period with the circle MLS Yaurga, DC Yaurga, Grand Panchayati Pradhan, Zilla Persaki Yaurga, club ki membership in Porto. I quite a machineries of the manpower, financial period, drain root and Topirum. Although the Ikan Tokumatam, no character nation, the regard they came away. Yes, although the other to nation. Oh, other the other to nation, the Pum Dragade. Although Pum Nikanapi, a minor education, or I have seen the people, agriculture labor, but to this skim no women at a soul. Although the Husiki Kundu de no Unabagi Matam, the Magi Wariba provisions or within a smite of Aragon and Dreluting Biramani, Haying Sing Singaga Dragali, Aragon Pamdo, Amma labor, and labor Dragali Biramani. Similar way, Yung Pataba, Lerambaganda, happy on the way away. Politician, the position of Abdinate. I give me in a kind of Okana, the same now, no, you were happy, that was happy, but my aunt Shiori. I am the Asab himself. We should not do it. Totally, if we get like Honorable Prime Minister, Sabka Sat Sabka Bigas, the Akogi, Zat Bizak Haida, Amato, but lied about Mioiba, Awana Tawa, my answer, support of Matin by the Circle. And the highest by Yum, there was into DC, I don't know, one of respected decision that you identified. Now, Nagi district, the lady of village in the Kanakana Yum, the Shen, the Southern, one of the legacy identified of Hanagi, Honorable MLS in Anataka Pradhans in Anataka XY, and a beautiful list of young brothers who DC concerns in the Madu include Tobio. Like the same and needy people should include Tobio. Madugi Matam to the PME, Makata later, Honorable MLS in the Handaki, Honorable MLS in the Queen of Piriba 2 crores, and Kakrahana 1 crore, give the 1 crore, have I see that at least. My Magi constituency, the Yum Kundis Hazi, have said, quite honorable MLA minister, or any other problem. And I quite cited this mathematic Pangani. Yum Kundama cited Pangani, Kendra to the Adukamu, DC level, the central sponsor scheme, AYE, PMI, Makada to get already. Yum later, Yum look over to Bungaman. So, my example, Kargawani. Health sector, say, Sim Minister Yaksel getting bang. I am Bakamade. Taurakan the Nahan Ukruda legal service ki Tanguna High Court ki through the Gitawi than Tabudo. No Mokan to go to the meat standard than a bit any Huni Marinis on the Heidi Kanjadaba. Madumaya the way Kungun is a awareness period, which health department may have the Puraka card issued on doing. I don't know how the scheme said, Masimai Maggie, Deputy Commissioner, I don't know, Masi successful in never. I quite working style, the official working style, there might be some changes may come up. Secretary, chief secretary, secretary level, principal secretary level, up to commissioner loi or kana secretary level boxi masida the normal file work si yohandra normal file work sa pencil gi suti satpagi adagi gpf gi adagi del adugi adagi to normal file work official si secretary level hawi yohandra joint secretary gi level da madu akoina madu authorized aduga right from the secretary to the above secretary and above sugumba project oriented scheme oriented the loina concentrate of na baina ko decision na government gi am thuna ko laura adu waragadi library ba IAS officer sing aduga any senior sing kar experience la iba mayam se schemes government gi sa mission to the scheme to the project to the focus people ngamani adu mai tum nei ko gi some changes kharasu ekoi ngasi nomni ni se tuna tholpe aduna the bureaucratic systems tend to work in silos which are a big bottleneck in the functioning of the government. We need to change such mindset aduna inga sajabit such mindset and be more open and receptive in our approach. Officers need to be proactive and adopt innovative ways to break silos and evolve mechanism for effective communications and coordination between the department. Quite a quick either I know my department amaga policy files I know I know a true I know Sanaga Siki files come out of the Shimolo in a highway files it hagi and I live. File hagi is Masiki habits of the suit. A quite some topongamadi. A pile of target community is a simple topongamadi. I got a two in another vice my lady similarly come out of Siga. Hidden personal involved or physically Salaga Madugi Tabak to swap Dobagi, Hainabi Simtang I can adapt over a paper. I go young speed Laina. Last 1 year is a capacity to be hailing young Sapongamina Hazabling. I don't know. Yes, and every officers, interaction to open the Tauguda mission, Taugena Kanjariba, Adumayamda, Ladiba, difficulties, grievances, curry problem, like Ramaitawi, highways to Kanaraga, right, Megi, fast Rikigidi, IS observing. IPS observing, the MCS observing, Ayamba field Salaga. Field set by the low point, Ud Harusa have nothing. So, I have already instructed to the forest department. I quite under destroyed to give up poppy plants. Moidu rehabilitate Kamaito City. Kamaito Guri. Siki Kase, Forest Ki Kambuga Itana Hore. And Quasi and the Su Agur Gumba, Kanosana suitable way. And Narang and Hamakana Jiri, the 3 lakhs Sarado, we lack Ongubudi, Jiri the Fanmongamani. And high relationship, Hanover already can decision the high company. Karamba. Poppy plant harvesting farmers in the Masa Kanto, Mogi area, Masa Kanto, and a Hanasu, the commissioners in the high company, so it identified over money. High mission to the forest station program. Forest department, a forestation program, Madu the a forestation give Paisado, Agor wood or Kanagata Prajada, Saini Pati Madun de Agorita, cannot we are. Economically viable after 8 years. And the driver Fabana Handaki Netsky cannot do the summit to the Agori, a quick state of the factory was Agori. Madu heroine and a quick sing use labor, Mafam state of an Agor plantation. I told the Tohaniana, Dubina, Zidi digging around the lack of home, Mukti lady had a Sami Kramaloga, quick city to Kralibra. So my Nakatan, future Giver. Don't give me all for the name, state revenue we will not be able to compete with other state. Other revenue resource mobilized over the card. And the high resiliency idea, ma'am, the sit again, Aduba, Rosilla Puda, Amukana, Mamangi Hoki was Sahigi, my partner, Ban Blockade Lahendana, communities in the Marta, and difference, my am, I'm not doing a Punzalakanda, community policing. District jaga people's and police relations same deputy commissioner sing, the commissioner sing, the principal secretary sing, SDO, SDC, Punamak, the honorable minister sing, corporation PB giver, I site the government site tigi, Amuka Namayam boy Tagasari. I must sing Wapon Secret Tamoy Roshan. Zaidi,
that they would like to ask the Honorable Chief Minister, other distinguished ministers. The floor is open now.
Even Tamai area okay, I've already identified it. Tangai for the Boni. I am seriously young, 20 inch and
you can find it in internet also. So whether the government is taking any measures regarding the preventive measures regarding health or healthcare.
So only yesterday I come to know of such a possibility, and that's why only yesterday itself I took the initiative to call for those experts, drone experts, those companies, those firms. So within these 2-3 days time, I feel that I can come to a final decision. Of course, after having a discussion with our Honorable Chief Minister, because it involves lots of money. So that's why I need to have a good discussion with the Honorable Chief Minister. Of course, the proposal, it's a very beautiful one.
So what we feel is that what we deserve and what could be a little encouraging for us would be a sense of justice and little motivation during our course of service. That would be in terms of a clear and transparent transfer policy, posting policy. We feel that everyone should be given a chance to be posted everywhere. Maybe with a change of posting after 3 years, which is what the civil service rule projects. And we the women officers, so we feel that we're being sidelined. We're not given equal opportunity as our male counterparts to work in the field or anywhere, sir. We feel that if we're given an opportunity, we will work and we can give our best, sir. And the other issues are, sir, timely promotion for the officers, sir, and creation of new posts when and wherever is required, sir. Thank you, sir.
Oh, thank you. Your good name?
Sir, Lakshmi.
Oh, Lakshmi. Lakshmi, good question. And the government also very much concerned of it. And the government has decided to implement statewide transfer policies. This will be at least minimum 2 years will be stationed in the place where he or she transferred. Then he can be moved around again. And regarding the promotions, now it is very unfortunate to say that there was a policy earlier. The promotion has to be based on merit cum seniority. But suddenly in the last few years, it has been changed to only based on the seniority. So now this government cabinet has decided to revive again, to give priority to those hard-working peoples and the sincere peoples. So now we are going to change it, merit cum seniority. So I think that will have the requirement. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I couldn't comment pinning. So for example, say you've already cited go to the villages and high big can shape government junction of propaganda. See, agriculture the young based away, it's true, but of course it is not only agriculture. It may be health department related or other problem yang may be. The example of Moina, as I ran the site of people, Kanam, but recently Mokli particular of Shamana. Kitam Mong than Tamutum, if he likes to get himself involved in certain agricultural activities, adidi karam recognition pigetege recognition pan have say sig recognition se whether this recognition se palm say whether it is it in terms of giving a certificate to the particular official or is it some sort of case incentive poina case nang hit of begin official the paisa na people that's a karama mong but what I feel is saliva it yam to officers conducts man thak fazal to we to and I will say of course it has already been acknowledged by your minister, by your commissioner, by the others. Then they are just passing a judgment how good you are. Then Madula I feel over the recognition and have Madula in favor recognition to bring Kalim. Then a certificate PP then a Tokutaragati, Natragana case of what that Tokutaragati, they will definitely pass on certain wrong basis.
Interaction program suggestion. Government or department of program function Thank you.
I want to put some grievances of my department. Department of Taxes is one of the government revenue earning resourceful department and one of the most highest revenue earning department. In spite of revenue target fixed by the government on its financial years, the department have been achieving the target fixed by the government and even more than the target fixed by the government. So, while I was working in this department for more than 36 years, the department has been...
Well, that's why the other day I have just picked some of the points and all that, sir. So I thought I just drew the attention of the higher ups. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sir, it's timely. I could say, seriously, the get strong problem I am like chronic land manam. I do not know the penetrate of it. I do not practical choice. Ako ano budget. Rakati mission do. Maram ni mission ni may paten. Aswang na tongan na rin mo aswang kusarata. Ako itaw na ko to private masa ini aja do. Priority grade bigyan do ito. Ano kung nung servoy sila daw na may amigi, family, home to home, house to house, person to person. Ito ro kada bani na madu kita rakati ito before 20. Kani no karay no rakati ito. Ito siya submitted.